Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Awesome. I'm very good.
Mm-hmm.
So my name's Teacher Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Mm-hmm.
So how's your morning going?
Uh, it's good. I've just came from my swimming class in the
Oh,
morning.
great.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome.
So I'm feeling good now.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So did you read any of the articles? Is there
Yes, yes.
Oh, you did. Awesome.
Mm.
So what did you want to talk about today?
What about talk about shocking language about Trump, Donald Trump?
Oh, okay, sure.
Is it okay? Is
So,
it?
oh wait. I
Mm.
forgot to turn the
Hi.
camera up. Thanks. I didn't see that.
All right.
So,
Mm.
did you had a good day swimming?
Yes.
Are you a competitive swimmer?
No, no, just for my health.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
three
like
times a week.
exercising.
Hmm.
3 times a week.
Yeah, yes, in the morning.
That's great.
Yeah, I just started this month.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you really uh getting better?
I feel like that, but I'm not sure. Maybe you can
Uh-huh.
ask my instructor. I don't
Okay.
know.
Awesome.
mm.
So you have a coach, like an instructor.
Yes, one coach, but we have too many students in one class.
Oh, is
About
that
20
good or
people.
bad?
Yeah,
Wow.
too many. Mm.
So you wanted to talk about the Trump story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So what do you remember from the story?
I think the story is about bad language used by Donald
Okay.
Trump in a
Okay,
meeting.
great. What was
Yes.
it that he said that was so bad?
He said, uh, uh, like disgusting countries.
Disgusting countries?
Countries.
Are you
Yeah.
sure
Uh,
is that the word he said? Or
uh,
or is it something you don't want to say because it's so bad?
mm, yeah, I think the article doesn't have the exact words or phrases,
Ah,
maybe.
really? Let me check.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. I have it here.
Mm-hmm.
La 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 la. Norway. Da 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 da. Just skimming it really quick. You know
Yeah.
skimming?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We need more people from Norway. Hate, build, vile, and racist. Uh, they didn't say.
Hmm.
Did you check the internet?
No.
Ah, okay. If the statements were made. So it was a private meeting.
Mm-hmm.
There was no video recording,
Mm.
and there was no audio recording.
Yeah.
So it was a private meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So it says here in the article that he reportedly made a
Mm.
racially.
Uh-huh.
It says that he made a racially charged comments about Haiti, El Salvador,
Mm.
and African countries.
Yes.
So that would be like a racially charged. Do you know what that means?
Racially charged. Yeah, yeah. I think mainly discriminated based on skin color
Right,
or
right.
economic, uh, the nation's economic levels.
Well,
Is it?
the economic level doesn't have anything to do with their skin color.
Hmm.
It has to do with productivity. So,
Productivity.
like, it has to do with more than just productivity. It has to do with supply and demand for the
Mm-hmm.
products.
Yes.
It has to do with whether or not there are a lot of taxes, or whether or not there's a free market economy,
Mm-hmm.
or if the
Mm.
economy is run by the state,
Mm.
like in a communist country or a
Mm.
socialist country.
Yes.
So, what's your major? What are you studying?
I studied English language.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
awesome. So I
Mm.
I studied economics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Um.
So I think he made the statement. It
Mm-hmm.
was kind of a bad word. Do you know the sh word that's bad in English?
SH. Ah, yeah, yeah. Full letter words, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It means like poo poo or
Yes.
dong.
Mm-hmm.
So he said it was that word.
Mm.
So I don't want to offend you. Should I write it?
Yeah, yeah. I
I should
understand.
write it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he said it was a blank whole country.
Mm.
So that usually just means that it's dirty
Mm-hmm.
or that there's no infrastructure. Do you know
Mm.
infrastructure?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Mm.
So that the infrastructure is not good.
Mm.
So the government is poor
Mm.
or the people are poor because their economic system has not
Yes.
developed.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's a racially.
Mm.
Do you think it's racial? I don't know.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I mean, if America had really terrible
Mm.
economic situations in the past,
Mm.
even back in the 1970s, we had
Mm-hmm.
a recession.
Mm.
The costs, we had inflation or stagflation. So
Yes.
everything was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Jobs were hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Borrowing money was difficult,
Mm-hmm.
and people weren't buying very many things because they couldn't afford it because
Yeah.
the cost was too high. So
Mm.
I don't think that had anything to do with whether or not people with their skin color, because most of
Mm.
America was like 88% white people, but we also had
Mm.
black people and
Yes.
Mexican
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
Chinese
Yes.
people, and
Mm.
Japanese people living in
Yes.
America.
Mm. So,
But you could
mm.
consider,
Mm-hmm.
like back in the turn of the century,
Mm-hmm.
there were a lot of undeveloped. The most of America was underdeveloped, so we
Mm.
didn't have very good sewers. We
Mm.
didn't have very good water systems.
Mm-hmm.
They were adequate, but compared to modern day standards, you could say it was, like this,
Mm.
you know. So I don't know if it's racial or not, but
Mm.
I don't think he was making. Anyway, he said, what
Yes.
did he say in the article? Did he denied making the accusation? He denied the accusations, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what do you think? Do you think he was saying that or not saying that?
I think just he might say like that
Uh huh.
because I think he's he's a kind of emotional person.
Mhm.
So when uh he he lost his temper, I
Mhm.
think he could say anything like those bad languages,
Mm. Okay.
even in a public meeting or is he?
Right.
I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
maybe, but
yeah.
you don't know for sure because there's no proof.
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm not necessarily defending him. I'm just saying it's
Mm.
not fair
Mm.
to listen to what other people say he said
Mm-hmm.
without evidence because
Yeah.
how would you like it if somebody said you said something but it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't true?
Mm.
If they made a false allegation
Mm.
and they tried to ruin your reputation but they had no proof.
Mm. Right, but Trump. So I'm just wondering how President Trump is regarded for Americans or.
It depends. Most people voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, So I think most Americans support him.
Mm.
A large, large, large number of people voted for him
Mm.
compared to any other election in the history of the United States.
Ah, right. So Trump just uh, I read an article about related to President Trump,
Right.
and you know in Pyeongchang Olympics, North Korea
Mhm.
will take part in the Pyeongchang Olympics.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
be awesome.
yeah, and it is the first time the North Korea will come out of their country. I mean, uh, the first action, positive,
Oh, North Korea's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
North
North
Korea's
Korea's
gonna come?
positive action
Oh, okay.
towards the world, and the Trump said uh, he made this uh, this situation possible.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Wow,
because
I didn't know that.
he has just kept North Korea uh, under pressure.
Uh-huh.
So the North Korea thought this Olympic could be the last chance to have relationship with other countries.
Ah,
Yeah, so the leader Kim Jong Un so
uh-huh.
decided to participate in these Olympics.
Okay, awesome. That's
Mm,
great.
yeah, so sometimes Trump is regarded uh, bad, not bad, just very strong guy, strong leader in the
Mm-hmm.
world. But in some
Right.
points, I think he is doing good.
Mm-hmm. Well, he got, I just checked it, he got
mm,
62,979, almost 980, so almost 63
mm,
million votes.
mm.
So that's uh, that's the largest number of people to vote for a president
Wow.
uh, ever in the history of the United States.
Oh, I thought it was very close between Trump and uh, Hillary.
Yeah,
No.
I think she got 65 million
Mm,
votes.
mm,
So, oh wait, no, that's not right.
mm-hmm,
But he got the electoral college votes
mm-hmm,
from the Congress. He got a 304.
mm.
304 electoral college votes, and she only got 228.
Mm,
228.
all right.
Yeah. So I think the another problem is the news media.
Mm,
Most of the mainstream news media
mm,
uh, are very liberal
mm,
politically.
mm,
They support socialism
mm,
and they don't like the free economic system. They
mm,
don't like capitalism.
mm-hmm.
But capitalism is what America was built on.
Yes. Mm,
So they want a socialist or a more of a Marxist ideological
mm-hmm,
system of government
mm,
that makes the government all more powerful.
mm,
But Trump is trying to go back to the traditional roots of American politics
mm.
and focus more on economic freedom,
Yes.
personal freedom,
Mm-hmm,
instead of being dictated to by the government.
mm,
So I think that's why people support him.
mm.
And the media
Yes.
is usually very leftist, very
Mm,
democratic, very Marxist or socialist
mm,
ideologically,
mm,
whereas the right, the
mm-hmm,
Republicans or the right wing of the government of the
mm-hmm,
political system,
mm-hmm,
the people are more they want less government, more
mm,
freedom,
mm.
less regulation.
Yes.
They want more property rights,
Mm,
uh, fewer taxes and less
Mm.
government regulation.
Mm.
So, right now there weren't a lot of jobs. A
Yes.
lot of jobs were lost during the Obama administration, but
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, in the last year, the economy is
Mm.
picking up and
Mm.
more and more jobs are being
Mm.
created.
Mm. So
So
did
I think
you?
that's why
Yeah.
people voted for him.
Oh, so did you expect him to be elected as the president at the time?
I did
Personally?
expect him to be elected
Oh.
because we've had
Mm.
so many leftist Democratic presidents over the last 16
Mm.
years.
You're right.
And even when we've had a Republican
Mm-hmm.
like George Bush,
Bush. Uh-huh.
George W. Bush,
Uh-huh.
it's been a very negative situation
Oh.
where he wants us to go to war
Iraq.
in
Mm.
some foreign country,
Yeah.
and both Bush and his father,
Mm-hmm.
George Bush Sr.,
Mm.
and Obama and Clinton,
Mm-hmm.
Obama and Clinton were Democrats, and
Yes.
all those presidents spent a lot of money
Mm.
on wars.
Yes. Mm.
Even Obama, even though he didn't use troops except a small number of troops once,
Mm-hmm.
he sent 10,000 troops to Afghanistan.
Mm.
He used a lot of drone strikes. He used robots
Oh. Yeah.
to bomb
Mm-hmm.
different places. So he's spending money to aggress against foreign nations, and
Mm-hmm.
that will make them not like us even more.
Yes.
So people are worried about terrorism, but I think
Mm.
their actions just made it worse.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
see.
so, so far, Trump
Mm-hmm.
hasn't made any military actions. The only thing I'm concerned about concerning him
Mm-hmm.
is whether or not he's going to support
Mm.
the Saudi Arabia's. Saudi
Mm.
Arabia is starting to aggress against Iran,
Uh-huh.
and Trump is supplying them with weapons,
Mm.
just like Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama supplied the terrorists
Mm-hmm.
in Syria
Mm-hmm.
with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like these situations where the military is
Mm.
being utilized and a lot of money is being spent on the military. I think it's a waste.
Mm. You're right. Mm.
We have a debt. Our debt in my country is a
Uh-huh.
$20.5 trillion.
So
That is,
actually, I can imagine how much that uh, figures,
yeah,
how
it's a
much that
lot.
figures are. Yeah. Mm.
It's a
Too
lot.
much. Uh-huh.
So that's like quadrillion in
Mm.
one. It's like crazy.
Mm.
So
So,
trillion is like
mm.
it's such a lot of money. It probably could never be paid off,
Mm.
not even in 50 years. It would take
Yeah.
more than 50 years to
Mm.
pay it off. So that means all the people who pay taxes
Mm-hmm.
will have to pay taxes for 50, maybe
Mm.
100 years just to
Mm.
pay off the debt.
Mm.
So this is not sustainable.
Mm.
And this debt was built up over many years.
Uh-huh.
So it's not Trump's fault, but it happened because the government spending was out of control for many, many years.
Mm.
Maybe the last 20 years.
Mm. So one of the reason could be Obamacare, like
Exactly.
yeah. So the government spent too much money into some social programs.
Right.
Mm.
So my country is not a communist country. It's not
Mm.
a socialist country. It's
Mm.
a free democratic republic.
Mm.
So most people are against this type of spending, government spending, because we're supposed to rely on the free market,
Mm.
not on taxing and then redistributing the
Mm.
money
Mm.
by the government.
Yes.
So we've created a large welfare state,
Mm-hmm.
and when you support something,
Mm-hmm.
when you support to a strong degree,
Mm-hmm.
people's bad life choices,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they're not working, they're having children without
Mm.
being married,
Mm.
and then you just give them a place to live and
Mm.
free food and
Mm.
free money and
Mm.
free childcare and free health care. Then they have children who grow up who
Mm.
don't want to work either.
Yeah.
Just let the
Yes.
government give me money,
Mm.
please. And so it's growing bigger and bigger.
Yeah. I think some nations in
Mhm.
in Europe,
Mhm.
they are suffering from the problems just you mentioned,
Exactly.
right? Mm.
Exactly. So,
Mm.
uh, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
Trump is trying to stop
Mm.
this situation.
Mm.
But once you start giving people free stuff
Mm.
from the government,
Mm-hmm.
when you try to take it away from them without providing them training and jobs, they don't have the skill or the experience because
Mm-hmm.
they're used to not doing anything.
Yeah.
So they become afraid, and their fear turns to
Mm.
anger and resentment, and
Mm.
they feel threatened
Mm.
because they don't know how they will survive. So,
Yes.
uh, you know, those people could cause problems
Mm.
by rioting.
Mm.
So if you have unhappy people,
Yes.
they will cause trouble,
Mm.
right? So it has to be handled slowly and
Mm.
methodically with, training people and
Mm.
providing actual work for them
Mm.
to do.
Mm.
So, do you
So,
have a large welfare state in Korea?
sorry.
Do you have a large welfare state in Korea?
Yeah, yeah. At the moment, the president is democratic.
Uh-huh.
The president is from a Democratic Party,
Uh-huh.
so kind of left wing.
Okay.
So he is trying to innovate the old
Innovate.
systems at the
I see.
moment. So the the last president, and the president before the last president, they
Mhm.
are investigating about they are being investigated by this government at the moment.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do they want to increase the welfare state in Korea?
Yes, yes,
Ah, do
yes.
you think
So
that's a good idea?
uh, I'm not sure, but in terms of education, so
Mhm.
this government is providing free lunch for
Okay.
all students in middle school.
Right.
But I think in education area, I think it
Mhm.
could be good. But for adults, like what you said,
Mhm.
I think we don't need to uh, invest more money
Mhm.
into other areas for
I
especially
see.
for adults.
I see.
Mm.
So you think they should get skills or education and work?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
I see. So, uh, you could use the expression, I think, in the field of education.
In the field of education, all right.
This, this, this
Mm.
could be good.
Mm. Mm. In the field of education,
Yeah.
all right.
So, uh, that's good. That's interesting.
Mm.
What about healthcare? Do you think there should be free
Healthcare.
healthcare?
Yeah, I think healthcare system is quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Has been good. So I think we don't need to change the
Okay.
system we have at the moment.
Okay.
And the governments don't change the system because it has been good.
Okay.
Mm,
It has been good. You've been doing it for a while.
yeah. Mm. So we
Okay.
don't pay uh we pay
Uh-huh.
I think just half the price, half
Okay.
the real price.
50%.
Yeah, 50%, and then the
Okay.
government usually pay the the other percent.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So it's not completely free,
No, but
but
it's
it's
not that expensive for
so we say it's subsidized.
subsidized. Mm.
Yeah, subsidized.
So
The
we got
government,
50% subsidized like that.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. So,
Mm.
so what about other, like America just recently
Mm-hmm.
uh, said that women have to sign up for the draft. So if there's a war,
Ah, drafts.
they also have to be drafted into the military to fight.
Mm.
Do you
Oh.
think, is Korea gonna do that?
Uh, uh, it seems impossible for me because we have the same issues, but every time, every time, uh, so uh, that opinion is being is being uh, is being against by women.
It's
So
what? It's against by women?
yeah, yeah, yes. Mainly women
Ah,
are against that opinion. So
okay.
I think it will never happen in Korea.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so instead of against, you want to say it's opposed by women.
I suppose by women. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay. So so you think it, but some women in the United States wanted it.
Mm.
They thought of it as part of them being equal to men.
Mm. Hmm. So in Korea,
So,
we are drafting is obligatory.
huh? Obligatory?
Obligation. Obligation.
Obligatory. Say
Yeah,
it like
yeah.
this. Uh,
Obligation. So a little bit different.
obligatory.
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 Good.
So
So,
so
what were you gonna say about it?
yeah. So the situation is a little bit different from the
Uh-huh.
United States.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the United States, only people who want to join the military, they
Uh-huh.
can be drafted, right?
Uh, no, wait, no.
Oh.
Okay. So you can, it, the draft is not, you have to sign up for the draft, but the draft is not activated right now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to sign up for the draft.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a big war and they need more military people who
Mm-hmm.
don't voluntarily sign up,
Mm.
then they will forcibly,
Oh,
obligatorily
yes.
draft people
Mm.
into service. You
Mm.
understand? So
Yes.
when I was 18, I had to sign up for the draft, but that doesn't mean I had to enter the military. But if there was ever a war
Yes.
that required my service, then they
Oh,
would force me.
yes.
So,
Mm.
so they don't use it now because there's no big war like World War One or World
Mm.
War Two
Mm. Mm.
or Vietnam.
Mm.
Vietnam was the last time we had the draft.
Aha.
Hmm. So what do you think about that?
Uh, yeah, but I think so in the military there are not many uh many parts
Uh huh.
women can participate, I
Uh huh.
think. So to draft men and women equally,
Uh
it
huh.
seems a bit unreasonable for
There are
me.
not many parts that what women can what?
Women can do only some. They cannot uh, physically fight,
Okay,
right? So
I see.
they
Right.
have to they have to support maybe.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
in that point, a little bit unreasonable.
Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, the
Mm-hmm.
important thing about this article is to realize that the comments he said, what
Mm-hmm.
they said he said,
Mm.
those are alleged comments.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's no proof.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I said you said something that was not good, but I don't have any
Mm.
proof,
Mm-hmm.
it's just your word against my word.
Mm.
So there can be no real uh, discussion about it because we have no proof.
Mm. Right.
Nobody can. It's just what people want to believe
Mm-hmm.
versus what really happened. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yes. I understand.
So to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
I think if people make accusations, they should have proof.
Mm.
Like in court, you can't go to court
Mm.
without proof to
Mm.
support your case.
Mm-hmm.
The judge will say, sorry, there's not enough evidence
Mm.
to prove guilt in this case. So
Yes.
you better have some more evidence before
Mm.
you make accusations.
Mm.
Uh, and if he said it,
Mm-hmm.
it may be good, it may be bad. You may
Mm-hmm.
agree, you may disagree, but at least
Mm-hmm.
in my country we have the freedom of speech.
Mm.
So uh, it doesn't mean you will agree with everything everyone says,
Mm-hmm.
or that everyone will agree with what you say, but
Mm.
you have the right to speak what you think.
Yes.
And that's really important if you
Mm.
want freedom,
Mm.
if you want ideas and discourse or discussions. You need freedom of speech. Otherwise,
Mm.
somebody's always telling you what to think and what to say and how
Mm-hmm.
to behave,
Mm.
and that's not freedom. That's
Mm.
tyranny.
Mm.
So, if you want to live in a free society, you have to put up with some people who speak terrible things sometimes,
Yes. Yes.
things you don't agree with. But
Mm.
you have to be strong enough to say, well, that's their opinion. I
Mm.
disagree, and you know,
Mm.
nothing we can do about that, right?
Mm. You're right.
All right, I gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
DJ. I'll see you next time, okay?
Yeah. See you next time.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.